Hi, everybody. Welcome to episode whatever. Don't even know what number we're up to. It doesn't really matter anymore. So now today, I am going to give you guys half an hour in the life of me. In other words, I'm going to do it. Everything I've taught you thus far, I do in my day-to-day operations, how I built my business, how I grow it. And today, you guys are literally going to be able to watch me do it. You should by now already know how the tech works. So you know how the app works, you know how the system works. You are familiar with that. So I don't need to go into those little itty-bitty technical details. So I'm going to show you how I do my messages, how I log in, etc., etc. I'm going to do it across two different profiles. So I have two LinkedIn profiles. One of them, which I'm going to start with first, is where I'm looking for partners, resellers, and in this case, virtual assistants to join me. Same kind of process I usually use, slightly different technique, right? Then I'm going to jump across to my other profile, and I use that to get clients and look for clients and build partnerships with potential clients. So I'm going to show you literally how I do it. So you guys can just sit back, enjoy, and watch me. And then if you guys have got any questions afterwards, we can obviously go into that. But I want you guys to know that this is not one of those cases of do as I say, not as I do. This is a classic case of me doing exactly what I'm showing you guys to do. Okay, so let's get started. Nice to have another good group of people here today. I like it when people show up in person. All right, so I'm going to share my screen now and begin the process. Right, let's go. This is me. I'm going to talk you guys through it as I go along. And as I mentioned to you before, this is my first LinkedIn profile. That out the way. Okay. So this is the LinkedIn profile that I use, which is Scott Cundill. And you guys are welcome to connect with me on this. App is installed. I don't need to teach you about this again, right? And it's all ready to go. Now, I'm just going to show you what I do. You guys know how to install it. You know how to put the settings in. I just want to show you what I do. Now, remember, I'm looking for partners. The technique I'm using in this one is different to the technique that I use in when I look for clients. But the overall idea is the same. Maybe it's better to say the strategy is similar, but the execution of the various techniques or tactics is different. So the tactics that I use here are a little bit different, but the same idea of the captivating one-liner is used. All right. So what do? Is I just log in, which I've done. I go to target and sales funnel and I click on invite. Now, when you've put your search URL at the top into the app, it remembers which page that you're on. Okay. So if you don't know how to do that, you can also let me know, but see, it knows I was last on page 10. And you can do that under your settings. That's where you put your search URL. So it remembers. So it remembers that I'm on search page 10, right? Now I'm looking for virtual assistants and people in inside sales. Now there's millions of virtual assistants online. So I'm specifically looking for virtual assistants who are also involved some level of inside sales. So you'll probably see every now and again an inside sales person will come up. And obviously LinkedIn search kind of brings up a bit of a mishmash. So I look through them one by one as I go. So here he is. This guy's a VA at a media company. He looks perfect. I click connect. There he is. Done. Send. I've connected with him. Who's next? Yari. I don't know. I always worry a little bit about people without photos. So I'm going to ignore them. Executive virtual assistants, Dexter. Okay. So I can't send. You can send to Dexter, but right now I'm only using those that I can connect to right now. Usually it's second degree only, but I've got plenty. So guys, LinkedIn prefers second degree. So I always exhaust my second degree first where possible. So I only connect with people where the connect button works. There's another one. Yeah, Lorraine looks great. I'm going to invite her. Let's go on to the next page. See how it's recording them on the right-hand side? You should know all this by now. There should not be any news to you. Inbound sales rep. That sounds good. Jamar, she looks great. Let's invite Jamar. Let's have a look. And if I come back to this later, as I get more second degrees connecting with me, then more second degrees will be opened up. So the more people I connect to, the more of these message buttons will eventually change to connect buttons. Inside sales associate, that's great. All right, so there's a bunch of them. I'm not going to do any more because I think you can see that. And I did what, 5 or 6? It took me what, 2 minutes, not even. That's how quick it is. All right, there they are, all in the pending invitations tab. Cool. Now what I do is I go check acceptances. It's automatically taking me to my invites page, right? Here you can see a few people 45 minutes ago, an hour ago, people have been connecting with me. Perform deep check, no. Do the normal check. I'm just going to do the normal check. So what it's doing is it's just checking the two together. There we go. Okay, here's a bunch of acceptances. Paula, you can see Paula, Melody, Joyce, etc. Okay, Marie, see there they all are. Okay, now what I want to do is I want to send them all the acceptance message. So I just go Paula and I click send acceptance message. There she is. I might even do two just to show you. If I do Paula and Melody together. There they are. Now, what I do here is I check to see if they've sent me a message. Some of them have. Melody did already. You see, she responded. For the record, my message to reach out to people is, hi, Melody, I'm looking to partner with Inside Sales Virtual Assistants. Can we talk? Hi, Scott. I'd love to talk to you and how I can be the best of help. Let's hop on a quick call and her calendar. Looking forward to talk to you. I don't want to have a conversation with each one of these people. So I send them, thanks so much, Melody. To save us both time, I've created a 5-minute video explaining what I'm looking for from a VA. If you like what you hear, let's talk. Here's the link. Think of me as the middleman. I bring in the client, then we hire VAs to execute our strategy. Our software services serves each VA the instructions they need. So it's super simple. It takes a VA possibly 1 to 3 hours per week. So I've now done a quick little video. This will also turn into a tracking link. Notice there it is. It now says insightful articles. It's now moving Melody directly into the next tab, which is VA connections. Here are my invitations. Here are my acceptances. And now she's been moving down my pipeline. Now she's in VA connections. Now what I do is she sent me a nice reply. So I tag her and I go responded because she actually replied. So I just quickly create a tag so I can see who's responded. There, she's created a tag, responded, right? And here's the one that I did earlier as well. This is Paula. Paula did not respond to my message. See, she hasn't responded. So I just sent her the straightforward message. It moves Paula down. It'll pop up here. There, now Paula's now moved from acceptances into connections. See that? Done. I've now sent 2 of them. Can even do this quicker. I'm talking you through it, which is why it's a bit slower. There, I can now send it to Joyce as well. Usually what I do is I check to see if they've responded first. And if so, then I might change the response a little bit. Hi, Scott, is this different from the virtual assistant poach you're looking for? Here we go. So Joyce wants to talk. So now I'm going, thanks so much, Joyce. I will tweak it. Hopefully, if you guys can't see this, we have a problem. I'm generally guessing you guys can see my screen. If not, this will be a bit embarrassing. Yeah. Okay, good. You guys can see. Okay, so what I've done is I've tweaked my standard answer so it fits in with what she said, but it's basically the same. Send. Now, remember what I taught you guys. The early stages can be automated. The later stages get more and more personal. As they get into that sales conversion gap, they become more and more personal. Joyce had a really nice response. I'm going to tag her as responded. See what I'm doing here, guys? Now go back to acceptances. How long is this taking me if anyone's timing it? Let's do William quickly.
It's a few minutes. Scott, can I just ask a question? Can you just please go back to the tracking link?
Yes, sure. So when you do this the first time and you send your first message, it'll ask you to create the tracking link. So I've already created the tracking link. So therefore it's not asking me to do it again. But the very first time you're in the situation and you paste a message, it is going to ask you to create that tracking link, but only for the first time. That's why each time see, it says recloud. The actual link is recloud, but when I push send, it changes it to insightfularticles.com.
Articles, yeah.
Yeah, this is our domain, insightfularticles.com. It's just a nice domain that's friendly that people are not going to sort of feel bad clicking on. And then once again, did William reply? Interesting looking William. Okay, so sorry guys, I clicked on my own link by mistake. Okay, this is actually, I'm glad I did that. So if you click on the link, right? Okay, and if you click on this, within 2 minutes, it will bring up a captcha. So if interesting looking William decides to click on this link, within 2 minutes after receiving it, William will get the captcha. The reason why we do that is they have to prove they're human, because LinkedIn automatically clicks on these links to check them, and that can create a false positive. That's false positives are something we've been learning a lot about in the last year and a half, haven't we? Anywho, so we have William's now been sent. Did William send a message? Hi there, good day. I can tell you almost guarantee that William is a bot. Almost certainly. I don't think William's a real person, but I will do it anyway, just because. So didn't do it, moved. Okay, so I'm not going to do the other one right now. I'll do Marie later. Just so you guys know, if this is pink, it means that they do not have an email address associated to their account. It's rare, but it does happen. So Marie doesn't have an email address that's openly public on her LinkedIn profile. That's why this goes pink. So if you see pink, but for the most people, you'll see that it's blue. That means there's an email address. Okay, so just so you guys know that. Cool, so now I've moved them across to VA connections. Now I've done these, but what about ones I did earlier, right? From a while ago. So what I generally do is I go back, and some people have responded and some people haven't. So let's go and have a look at my messaging. Let's see if anybody's responded. I go to my messaging and I go to unread. Okay, so let's see what Marie says. Oh, that's literally the one I'm going to get back to now. Alanda, she was chatting to her separately. Let's see what Priya says. Is Priya's trying to spam me, so we'll ignore her. Usually what I try to do is I won't do it now, but I'll just unsubscribe from her and get rid of her. She needs to do my course, or ask her to do my course and teach her how not to spam. How does this person say? Okay, so she said, sure, I'll be happy to talk. Okay, so she's received my video and said, let me check and I'll get back to you, which is great. So that's fine. So you check for messages, and quite often I get people responding going, oh yes, I took a look at your video. This looks really interesting. What's the next step, kind of thing. So they've read the video. I don't have anybody there now, but they do pop up from time to time. So what I will do now is I'll go back to my sales pipeline, right? And go back to people that haven't responded yet. So VA, let's say go to VA connections, and I go all the way down to the bottom, right? And you can see I've got lots of them. And what I'm doing now is, in some cases, I send them a custom message, and in some cases I don't. So let's take Marie, for example. Now, Marie's a bit of a tricky one because she doesn't have an email address, and I've been trying, and she's already been sent the acceptance message, but not really replying. Maria over here responded, right? And she clicked on the video. So she's watching my video. So now I'm going to give her another nudge. So let's say I want to send her custom message 1. Just one little trick, guys. In some cases, it does work fine this time. In some cases, this doesn't come out when you're on the mail page. Nice little LinkedIn issue. So sometimes if this doesn't come up properly, it's because you're on the mail page. That sometimes doesn't work. So what I've done is I sent her the video. She's clicked on it, so I know she's keen. Now I'm going to tweak this slightly. Hi, Maria. Just a quick follow up. Here is a document. Okay, now it's asking me to do the tracking link. I've already done this tracking link. I think this might be a little glitch in our tool. So I'm going to just record that because I've already done the tracking link. Normally, this little orange box should only appear the first time you do it. That's why it didn't appear before, where I sent the acceptance message. So let's just test it now anyway. It's not the end of the world if it doesn't work, but it should work because I use this every day. There's my tracking link, right? So I've said, hi, Maria, just a quick follow-up. Here's the document. I've sent her another document with more detail. Near the top of this page are 2 links so you can see how we're marketing it to prospective clients. Also on the document is a short list of instructions, blah, 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 each opportunity. So in other words, I'm expanding and I'm kind of giving her a bit of a nudge because I want her to reply. So I'm going to send her this now. Let's see if there it is, wrapping it into a tracking link. So the tracking link is working fine. Okay, insightful articles. Now look what I do at the end. What is the best email to keep in contact and invite you to group meetings? Is it? And it automatically puts her email address in there. That's from the custom message settings. That's how personalized this is. I look forward to getting to know you better, Maria. That's a nice little way I end. Puts her name in again. So really personalized. Linked to this, when she gets this, the image will be in here. LinkedIn has got something weird going on, guys. It's not me, it's LinkedIn. But the actual correct image will appear. In fact, let me quickly show you and actually show you. There we are. You see, it's weird. If you close it down and reopening it, then it works. So this is the captivating one-liner, and this is the article that I wrote. VAs wanted, we need an army of virtual assistants to promote courses and events on LinkedIn. So that's how I'm doing it. And I've now sent it to her, and I've got Maria again. There she is here. And now I'm going to move her down, right? There, message sent custom. So I've just, it's tagged. It knows I've sent the message. One thing we're planning to do is make system generated message sends like this one and clicked on a different color. So if I make the tag myself, a tag that I created, for example, was responded. This is a tag that I manually created, but these are all system generated tags. I'm going to create them on a different color. That'll make them easier to see in the future. So we're constantly innovating and constantly kind of, you know, trying to do new things. Okay, so there she is. Now what I'm going to do now is I'm going to move Maria down into my limbo tab. Okay, so my tabs are VA connections, and then I move them into limbo. Limbo means just waiting for them to make some kind of decision. So let me go back to VA connections. And let's take Michaela, for example. Now, Michaela, last I contacted her was July the 13th. It was a long time ago, and she hasn't really responded or done much. So I am going to skip custom message 1 and give her an ultimatum. So custom message 2 for me is kind of like an ultimatum. So I'm going to send her custom message 2. There it is. And it's custom message 2 says, as a VA, are you interested in this opportunity, Michaela? I don't want to bug you for something that you are not keen on investigating further. Smiley face. If you do want to join as a VA, please sign up below. If you've already signed up, then wonderful. Here's the link. Otherwise, I wish you all the best. Goodbye and farewell. Send, right? Go back to Michaela, and I delete her from my app. Why? Because you never put crap into the app. All right. I only want people that are interested, and I just get rid of them. And I'm going to do my best. If they don't respond, I remove them. And then the goal is to move them down. It would have been quite nice to have somebody who was actually ready to go. And as you can see, if you look at my onboarding, ready to join Army, I've got so many of them. In fact, guys, I've got 70 of them now or more. I think I'm approaching 100. Look at them all. These are all people that I'm onboarding that have said, yes, I'm keen. Now, some advanced stuff for you guys. There's a little button here called push to CRM. These people have already been pushed to CRM. What this does, it pushes it directly into the CRM and triggers a welcome email with the link to a meet and greet, a half-an-hour meet and greet I did. They can watch the video, they can get to know me in more detail. So I'm dripping them with more and more and information, and now they can actually get this, and now they're on my mailing list. And only key people are on my mailing list. As I get more and more advanced with you, which I'm actually going to start to do now as I move across, you're going to see this. And you can see these tags that I've created. This person's been pushed to Maya. That's actually different to push to CRM. I need to actually see if there's anyone else. But anyway, you can see all the tags that have been created. Some of them are a lot. They've received all the different messages, handover messages, custom message 2. We need to fix that. But essentially, you can see all the tags, and I've tracked them all the way along until they're actually ready to sign up. Let me quickly, this is new, guys. It's not quite there yet, but just to give you guys a rough idea of where I am. If you go to reports and you go to build summary report, now this is brand new, guys, not quite ready to go yet. But what I do is you can choose tags. So let's go to total invites. Let's go to, I want to see invited. Let's see who, let's do message sent. They accepted. Who accepted my LinkedIn invitation? And let's just go to onboarding. Okay. So I've had 435 invitations so far. So I've sent out 435 LinkedIn invitations. Of those, 67 have accepted my invitation, LinkedIn invitation. And out of those, I've converted 28 on my system right now with a tag of onboarding. Now, I told you before I had almost 100. How is that possible if I've only got 28? I've got them coming in from other places. So what we've done in the advanced system, which our advanced tool can actually do, is I've actually created a landing page. which I drive traffic to. So they don't have to just come from LinkedIn. They can sign up anywhere. So this is the VA's wanted landing page. Okay, there's the video. And at the bottom is a sign up form. They fill out the sign up form. It goes into the system and triggers the email. Same process. The only difference is when I pushed them to CRM before, they were actually, I pushed them in versus them physically signing up. So I kind of signed up for them, if that makes sense. But you can see now what you can do over here is with these forms, and this is getting advanced, guys. Like I said, you might not need this in your business, but I'm going to show you anyway. If I go and ref equals Scotty C, for those of you who are astute, you might have noticed that I put this in the original tag. What this does is I can create a ref, for example, William or whoever, right? And this URL goes to our current VAs. So the VAs, the virtual assistants that have already signed up, have said, I've got friends that would like to join. And I say, sure, ask them to sign up here, but use this tracking tag and I will know that they've signed up under your name and I can give you guys a sign up bonus. So they're now going out and they're asking for other people to sign up for them. That's why I've only signed up 28 myself, but I've got almost 100 in total because they're going out and through our other marketing initiatives, they're actually going out and building their own, building the army themselves. So these are the little tricks, guys, that can work very well, but so simple, like really, really, really simple. So this is how I'm doing it at the moment. Now they're in my email list, and then I take over from there and I send them email updates. So now email takes over because, to be brutally honest, I actually want to move across to email. In our more advanced system, you can actually do bulk send. So you can bulk send via LinkedIn as well as email. So you can drop LinkedIn messages into their inboxes. Cool, guys. So this is a day in the life of me. That's how I do it. And I don't know how long that's taken me. And I've been talking you through it. I don't usually spend more than 15 minutes, 10 minutes to 15 minutes a morning. And look how many I'm signing up. They're coming through left, right, and center. What I'm going to be doing shortly is I'm going to be using our advanced system to automate the invitations and the acceptances. I'm going to start automating those. So I'm going to let our team here in Bali, they're going to do the beginning bit, and I'm only going to take over once I'm getting actual responses. So instead of spending 15 minutes a day, I'm now only going to spend 5 minutes because I'm automating the other 10 minutes. I'm letting somebody else do it. So this is me doing it all manually to get the process right. Now I can start getting other people to take over for me. Okay, so that's that side of it. Now I've shown you how to do, this is how I do partners and how I use the app manually. Now I'm going to show you clients. All right, this is a bit different. Now the clients already use our more sophisticated tool, which is Maya. Okay, now this is my Maya dashboard. Now the beginning bits are automated. The invitations and acceptance are automated. Now I'm specifically looking for companies who want to sell their online training. There's a lot of people out there. Now the problem in the industry right now with online training, it is a lot of demand and a lot of supply. So a lot of people are giving away online training. They're selling online training. They're doing online training courses. A lot of people looking for online training courses, but there's both. There's demand and supply. So a few players are doing really well and a lot of people are struggling. Now, what I'm looking to do is I'm looking to use our army of VAs, which I've now collected here, right? And give them the work to be able to sign them up as, to get online trainers, to sign them up as clients so that they can go out and market online training for them in exchange for a combination of a fee and a commission. So what I'm looking for is I've set my CoAutomation. It's not an automation, it's humans. They've gone out looking on my LinkedIn profile, which is my other LinkedIn profile, for online training companies, CEOs or anybody in online training. Okay, what this dashboard is showing is it's showing the scores. All right, this is what's the easiest way of explaining this. If you add all these numbers up, 8 plus 22, it's 30, 33, 34, 35, 36, 39. There are 39 in total. I've only been running this for barely a week. So I've got 39 people who have accepted my LinkedIn invitation. In other words, these 39 people, 8 plus 22, all right? And if I click on them, I can see who those 3 are, right? Here they are. These people, right, are now on my database because our automated system has gone in, or co-automated system has gone in sent out the LinkedIn invitations, sent out the LinkedIn acceptances, pulled their email addresses, started sending them an email as well. So I'm using a combination of email and LinkedIn messaging. That's automated. I am going to take over now only when they go red, when the score goes higher. All right, which as you can see, these guys are doing. Let me give you another view so I can really explain what this means. This is the same thing. Now, this is showing the emails. Now, right now, I've only got one email going, right? But so far, 42 emails have gone out, right? 71.4% have opened my email. The subject line of the email is your online training. That's why it's got such a high open rate. The total failed is 2. That's how good LinkedIn data is, because LinkedIn email addresses are premium. They're always high quality, right? Don't worry about the rest of it. So you can see that very, very, very high open rate. They get 2 points if they open an email, 7 points if they click, or 8 points, depending on where they come from, if it's LinkedIn or not. So let me show you. 8 people, right? 8 people, including this person, has got 0 points. They've done nothing. They've received my LinkedIn invitation. They've accepted my LinkedIn invitation. They've received my message saying, click on my captivating one-liner, and I'll show you the captivating one-liner in a minute. They haven't clicked on it. Then I sent them an email saying, thanks for connecting on LinkedIn. I'd like to help you sell your online training. They haven't clicked. So clearly they're not interested. So they're sitting at the bottom. They haven't even opened my email. 22 of them have got a score of 2, which means they've opened my email, opened episode 1. In this case, I only have 1 episode. 5 days ago. Let's see if there's anyone. Sometimes it goes from the bottom. 4 hours ago. Chin clicked on my email, opened my email 4 hours ago. Okay, so 22 people have opened my email. Now it gets interesting. 3 people, right, have got a score of 9. Manesh clicked on my article on LinkedIn 2 days ago. And Ellie clicked a day ago. So a day in the life of me, what do? I come in and I go, who are my high scoring leads? Well, 3, let's start at the top. It's like gnocchi, Italian gnocchi. You scoop them off the top, right? And you've got Viet, Uriel, Tang, and I can then check their scores, see who they are, and go to their LinkedIn profile. Now, just to save a little bit of time, I'm going to go straight to one I did earlier just because of time. But before I do, I want to show you something. I don't know if you guys can see this. Let me just quickly see. Now, this is duplicated on my mobile app, but it's going to be really difficult for me to actually show you this. So I'm going to just try and load it as we go. And I might have to show you later. But this appears on my mobile app as well. And I get notified as soon as somebody clicks. So, for example, when Ingrid clicked on this a day ago, it pinged my phone. And it actually said it pinged. So what ended up happening was I know in real time that she's clicked. Now I can go in there and I can leave her a LinkedIn voice message, or I can do something with her. So Ingrid Osborne, I go to her details, right? This is what I do. I check my high scoring leads and I go to Ingrid. I'm going to do Ingrid, but normally I do them one by one. And I'll go and check out her LinkedIn profile. All right, now she's the founder and CEO of Sarex Engineering Group, HSEC Online, Skill Up Training. Now she's from University of KwaZulu-Natal and she's currently in KwaZulu-Natal in South Africa. Now, you guys probably already know this, but this is the scene of the recent riots that took the province apart recently. So I look at her details. I can see she's part of 3 different companies, including an engineering company. I can check out her company details, 3 different companies. I can go and check out her websites. Now, remember, you spend time on high quality leads. That's why I'm willing to spend time on her. This is a great possible client. She's part of Skill Up Training. Here's her website. She's also HSEC Online, Health and Safety Regulatory Compliance, and she's also heads an engineering group. Okay, great entrepreneur. Now, Ingrid has opened my email, clicked on my article, read it. So she's clearly got online training and she clicked. So she knows who I am. She's getting my messages. But look here, if she didn't reply to my email and she hasn't replied to my LinkedIn message. The LinkedIn message says, thanks so much, Ingrid. I'd like to help you sell. Before chatting, here's how I do it. Link. So you can't see the invitation message in this one because it is it's on Sales Navigator. But essentially, the automation process did exactly what the manual process did before. And off it goes. So it's done this automatically. So I just noticed that Ingrid had clicked. So I'm interested in chatting to Ingrid. And I'm looking at Ingrid going, is this the right quality client? Hell yes. She's absolutely. Now I'm just getting started on this. I'm going to go, let's go into interested. Maybe interested is the wrong word for this, but I'm going to use interested for now. I'm going to add Ingrid to my sales pipeline. All right. She's now in my sales pipeline. So now I can start tracking her and I can use my tags and I can do that. But Ingrid is somebody I definitely want to get to know better. Now I've already got a little kind of with a window open for her because she knows who I am. Now I need to follow with a professional insight message, which I've taught you guys before. So here's what I'm going to do. I've looked at what she does. I can see she's in engineering group. She's in obviously training. She's a power entrepreneur. You can go through and check out her profile, what else she's doing, what else she's posting. You do a bit of work. So, I mean, I'm just going to do a quick one now because I don't want to bore you guys to death. I hope you guys are on board right now. I mean, this is just, in my opinion, I don't know how else to do sales other than massive budgets, but this for me is building relationships and generating a sales pipeline at its best. So here she is, and I know she's clicked. So I'm going to go, hi, Ingrid. You are a power entrepreneur. S, perhaps. And then I'm going to say to her, see, I'm doing this live for you guys because I didn't plan this, what I'm going to say. So I want you guys to see me doing it as I would normally doing it. Thank you, Grammarly. Already said never before. See what I'm doing here, guys. The riots in your hometown have been devastating. Never before has the time come. It's not great English, but it's okay. Never before has the time come to build back better, which is why quality engineers are going to be in such high demand. I say quality, which means your training it's a must-have. Okay, so guys, normally what I would do in a situation like this, in fact, I might even do it now to show you, seeing as I should really do it properly. Instead of clicking message and sending, what I should be doing it to create the proper tags or actually to set this up correctly. Now, because I'm connected to Maya and it's connected to my mobile and everything, this orange tab appears. It's the detailed version that I use. That's why I can get these cool dashboards and everything. So what I'm going to do quickly is I'm just going to go to settings and I'm going to just use a custom message. And I'm going to delete this last one that I did. And I'm just going to say, hi, F name. Okay, why am I doing this? Because I would rather send it to her using the app so it can create a proper tag. So here she is under the interested tab. I might change that name. And then I'm going to send her custom message 1. Okay, now it says, hi, Ingrid. Now I'm going to paste. This is my professional insight message. Hi, Ingrid, you are a power entrepreneur S. Maybe I'll do exclamation mark. The riots in your hometown have been devastating. Never before has the time come to build back better, which is why quality engineers are going to be in such high demand. I say quality, which means your training is no longer a nice to have. It's a must have. There we go. That's all. Remember what I taught you guys? Don't say, let's hop on a call, let's chat. The analogy that I'm using now, and I use this in my Kung Fu, is the waterfall. I want you to imagine all these messages that are going out, and there was an intro message which was sent with Sales Navigator before this. So that message plus this message plus all the messages I'm going to send her, think of it like a cascading waterfall. Now, when you look at a waterfall at the top, and you know, when you look at the top of a waterfall and then you move your eyes down with the water, it looks like those drops aren't moving. So if you take a liter of water at the top of the waterfall, and as it falls, it crashes to the bottom, right? Before it, up until the point of it crashes, it's tranquil and it doesn't look like it's moving. If you follow with your eyes, it looks like it's tranquil, soft, relaxed, but it's gaining momentum. This is a waterfall. This is a waterfall. It doesn't look like she's clicking. It doesn't look like she's opening. It doesn't look like she's reading. But because you're soft and gentle and doing nice stuff and good quality stuff, the power that it will unleash when she's ready is going to literally change your business and your relationship with her, because when she's ready to engage, she's going to engage properly. This is a waterfall. So you just got to keep adding to your waterfall, because if she gets this, she's going to scroll back up to the top when she's ready. And even if it's 8 messages from now, she's going to scroll back to the top and go, oh yes, that's the guy that wrote this. So everything that you're writing is part of a sequence that is going to stand you in good stead down the line. And it's worth spending time on Ingrid, because she's a high quality customer, a high quality prospect. And there we go, done. So I've already got a couple of responses. Let's see what Preeti has to say here. Hi Preeti, OTT is perfect for our system. You guys are already halfway there. We can make it so slick for you. I'd love to chat to you and your team. I think, did she reply? No, I'm not sure. I think she clicked. So I just sent out a little message here. I've broken my own. No, okay, this is different. She approached me about something else. I can't remember why, but there was, I think she messaged me on Sales Navigator. That's why I said I'd love to chat, but normally I wouldn't do that. But I'm just showing you guys how I do what type of responses come in. May I ask you to please send me more information on what you offer and can do, please? Okay, so we're starting to get traction there. So this is how it's working, guys. I mean, like, I'm going to mark her as unread and come back to it. This is the process. Like, this is what I do. Like, go back, check these. I've dealt with Ingrid now. I hide her from this report, so she's going to disappear, right? See, she was in there. Now I'm going to redo the report, so she's not there. Once she's it's like gnocchi. I scoop them up from here and move them in here, and then remove her from here. There, now there's only one. So the goal is you just work with people who are clicking and engaging. And there's an email series going out, there's LinkedIn messages going out, but I only care when they engage. And then I send the professional insight message out. And then I keep sending those professional insight messages out, maybe sending out an email, maybe a LinkedIn voice message over the course of a period of time. And so the waterfall gathers momentum. And when that waterfall goes smash at the bottom, that's when, wow, magic starts to happen. And then you get the splash at the bottom, which is when you get the meeting and appointment. But you never sell. I'm not hard selling her. I'm not, you know, it's always been captivating one-liner. It's been et cetera, et cetera. So you see, it's just a different approach. And to see the kind of results that I'm getting, I've got 42 so far, right? Normally we don't get an open rate this high, guys. This is even by our standards, this is crazy. That's almost an effective open rate of 100%, because this rate is actually lower than the real open rate. And then the click-through rate, if you take the ones that I've hidden, I've actually got 12. That's 12 out of 42. That's a ridiculous click-through rate. I mean, it's madness. This is way higher than even we get for our clients. But even for our clients, you know, if you're getting an 8, 10, 12% click-through rate compared to a 1% click-through rate, it's crazy, like, how you're doing it. So here it is, guys. Here's my pipeline. This is what I do. This is what I build. And this is how I build my business, using exactly the same methodologies. I'm showing you. You've already seen Preeti starting to want more information. You've seen people, how many people are coming on board. You've seen the results. And I can run a channel marketing strategy, and I can run sales, and I can be the CEO of a company and focus on the innovation. And I can do that all by me, just me, without that much help. So I hope you're not all bored to tears. I'll stop recording and take some questions now. I have no idea how that was. I just spoke for 35 minutes nonstop. So guys, I'm going to pause recording and hand over to Q&A, and we'll see you all next time.